All right, Pisces, let's get into a reading. If you guys need anything, check out that comment section. If the comments are off, you can find it in the description. I do have a flash sale going on if you guys want to check that out and be a part of it before it ends. I am a little delayed telling you. Patreon and channel members tend to know everything first. Patreon and channel members also get early access. All right, let's see. I don't know why, but I want to use this deck today. So the relationship I could be bringing in might not be something that's been easy. Okay, let's see. Let's see what I'm bringing in today. Let's see. What do we got coming in for you today? So first thing, there's someone here where there's distance, and this person is trying to change. And this person could be telling themselves that the distance between you two is going to bring you closer. But that could be a Five of Swords energy. That could be an energy of you think love can conquer everything, but you both have to want something for it to be conquered. Let's see what's taking place. There could have been a behavior that this person needed to stop. Because I just told Ella and the guinea pigs to stop. They're chewing on the cages and that's not good for them. So this person could have been doing something, some sort of behavior, or they could have been showing up in their life in a way that was harming them, that wasn't good for them. Something where it's like, you've got to quit doing this, but they didn't stop, okay? Nine of Wands, almost said Nine of Swords. Nine of Wands is under the bottom. Okay, let's see. What is this person regretting? What is this person regretting? Seven of Swords, Knight of Wands. Lying, cheating, being sneaky. Do you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that there's an aging player that's looking back at you and they're deeply regretting that they lied. They could have juggled more than they could have handled. They could have been impulsive. They could have thought that they were going to save you for later or put you in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Somebody could have recently watched Grease, okay? I feel like this person could be regretting playing games and breaking hearts. Not being honest. Not being a truthful person. Yes, Five of Wands. And it led to conflict, disagreements, or you being put in some sense of competition. So what you have here is someone is in the process of saying, I want to change. I can do better. I can be better. I can change. Now, whether or not you believe them is up to you. What I'm saying is that the reason this person might be changing is because they've been playing games for far too long and they're not getting the outcome that they used to get. My throat just went out. So that could have been a behavior that was actually pushing them closer to their authentic self. So let's see. I'm hearing Morgan Wallen again. Thinking About Me is the song I'm hearing. When you're tasting what he's drinking, are you thinking about me? Yeah, this could be someone who doesn't really know how to let you go. This could be someone who lied to you. Give me more. What is the purpose of this reading? What did I ask? I said, what is the purpose of this reading? Do you want to know what come out? The purpose is I wish I could come back. That's the purpose. You have someone who is aging out of a lifestyle. They're recognizing that they want some sense of success and victory, or they're starting to recognize that the recognition they have been getting. So when you're a player, when you're an F-boy, F-girl, when you're running around town, breaking people's hearts, playing games, it's all fun and games until that train stops and there is no further destination. And sometimes you can recognize what you want or what you've been trying to achieve and how your actions and your behavior is not getting you what you've been trying to achieve. This person could have once really loved being recognized, but maybe the temporary recognition, because here's the thing, when you're a player, people might love you. These men might love you. These women might love you, but let's be honest, it doesn't last that long. As soon as they can see through your facade, your games, your baloney, they're done. So this person is looking back because they regret being on differences with you, fighting with you, putting you in some sense of competition, or doing something that now makes you think, okay, I can't trust you. You're impulsive. You're immature. You think you can put me in the corner and save me for later. You think you can come back when you're ready. Nope. That's your energy. Ace of Swords. You could have cut this person off or cut this situation off altogether. So now they could be anxious and worried because they could want a new beginning. They could want to come in and give truth and give clarity. They could want to come in and fix this now. Do they think that it's fixable? Let's ask that. Okay. They think or they know that they need to drop a burden. So what come out here? Someone who is being practical and logical. Okay, let's get more. Do they think that it's fixable? I will say this. They feel that with enough effort, you will have some sort of desire to work with them. They also feel that if they come in and tell you the truth around the fact that they've left something behind, they got rid of something, they changed something, they're doing something different, that you will recognize them as someone who is trying, and that's enough. Now, I will say this. This person ain't coming back because they ain't tried to leave you behind. They've tried to leave you behind. It didn't work. Again, aging player. I'm aging. I'm getting to a place of my life where maybe they're in their late 20s, they're in their 30s, they're in their 40s, they're in their 50s. The older you get, the less people you got to choose from. Because people already have boyfriends, girlfriends. They're getting married. They have complicatedness and you don't want to be a part of it. This person has played their games so long that they can't play it anymore. They've tried to leave you behind. It hasn't worked. They've tried to tell themselves that this distance and you guys being separate would bring you guys closer in the long run, that this was what was best. But what they're recognizing is that now you see them as someone that can't be trusted, someone who maybe wants to come in and start conflict or make promises they can't keep. You view them as someone who's impulsive. This is the kind of person where they would come in the house and say, hey, I rented a horse and carriage. It's outside. Let's go. And you go outside and Ella's trying to jump up my wall right now. I'm not joking. She just tried to jump up a wall. And what I was saying is that this person could tell you, hey, I got a horse and carriage outside. And when you go outside, the horse and carriage is actually for a Barbie. You can't ride in it. The horse ain't real. The carriage is big enough for a little Barbie. Making promises they can't keep. Living on a dream. Living on a fantasy. Living on an illusion. This person could have even been trying to juggle so much that they were blocking you and not investing in this in the way that they should have. I've been thinking about you all the time. I'm hoping that my fantasies will become reality. I've been wanting to talk to you and tell you how I've been feeling, but I'm starting to feel that you don't care anymore. That's what I'm saying. Now, what's interesting to me is that when they feel that you no longer care, that's when all of a sudden they want you to come back. They want you to come back. Okay, first off, I'm getting triggered. I've got noises everywhere. Ella's jumping up the wall. There's an animal. Lord knows what the fuck's outside. Something's scratching at my damn door again. This is what I know. I know that this person's wanting you to come back to them. A lot of you think that this person and you, it's just a passionate connection. Some of you even think that this person has an addictive personality around getting people and winning them. So again, you don't think that great about this person. And a lot of you could have once felt like this was a destined partnership, but that could have been a truth that you dropped that then allowed you to release burdens and allowed you to go to success and victory and start new beginnings and leave this completely behind. Because you recognize that, yeah, the connection could have been passionate. So what does that make me think of? That makes me think of intense chemistry, but maybe one person not putting in the effort, one person not putting in the work, or only putting in the work and the effort if they know that there's something they're going to gain that they want. Ella's being a nuisance today. Now what you hear is she's trying to break into my cabinets because little Miss Priss has learned how to open cabinets and that's her favorite place, okay? So I definitely feel like what you've recognized is that there's something passionate here, but that's about it. Now this person could want to come in and tell you that they regret not seeing your worth. I don't know though. I feel like you don't trust this person. This person could even be dating people, but feeling like those people are reminding them of you. They could also feel like they didn't tell you everything and that bothers them. So that could be another reason that they want to come in. What's going to take place? Illusions will be lifted. This person will have to make a choice. Sorry, Ella opened my dabbling cabinets. So illusions have been lifted. What's happening here is this person's a little, I'm going to use this term lightly. I'm going to say obsessed. This person is obsessed with you. I mean that lightly. This person's not stalking you. This person isn't doing anything intense. And if they are, you need to call the police or you need to get some sort of an assistance so you can protect yourself. This is someone who was lying to themselves. The distance is going to bring us closer. We're not over. We have unfinished business. But what's taking place is you've started to see this person as a liar, as someone who's sneaky, as someone who's a player, as someone who is in it for a good time, not a long time, as someone who you can't trust. Again, there's a lot of passion, but you've also recognized that, yeah, there might be a lot of passion, but heaven forbid you leave their home or you need their assistance because something really bad has happened. This person's not going to answer the phone, or they might tell you that they're on their way and they're not. They're not someone you can rely on. So again, that's what gave you the ability to recognize, wait, maybe this isn't destined at all. Because if I need someone to show up for me, this person's not doing it. So it gives me the ability to drop the burden and say, what am I feeling burdened about? Not having someone in my corner, loving someone and recognizing they don't love me the same way that I love them. I deserve to be loved that way. So no, I'm not doing this. You dropping that burden gave you a sense of success. You started recognizing, you know what, a new beginning is possible. I desire what I'm asking for, and this person, aka aging player who doesn't need my approval, but who also is now wanting to change because they think about me all the time when they're dating other people, but they also want me to do the work to come back, but then they're also kind of obsessed and don't want to let it go. Well, that's a mind all in one. And I would say that shows that this person isn't really ready for something, even though all they can think about is the past. All they can think about is, but you were a soulmate. I'm sorry that I was unsure. Is this person going to change any action or behavior? That's what I want to know. Because at the end of the day, so yes, it's going to take a lot of strength. It's going to take a lot of courage. But yes, this person is ending the path of their life where they have been a player, where they have been in it for a good time, not a long time, where they wanted people to show up for them, but them not show up for anyone else. This person for too long has done one-way relationships. It was about them and them only. Is someone giving to me what I want? Awesome. No, I'm not going to show up for you. No, I'm not going to take your emotions into consideration. No, I'm not going to do any of that. That's fine. That's great. That's grand. But when you do that, you lose good people. You lose quality people. You lose solid people. And do you know what's happened? Do we know what's happened? They've recognized, Pisces, that you're a good person, that you're a quality person, that you're a solid person. You're also still a person where if you walked by them in town, they're still so sexually attracted to you, and I would even say invested in you, that it would be hard for them not to acknowledge you, speak to you, come up to you. Now, someone here is ending a cycle in their life where they're partying, where they're having a lot of fun, where they're saving things for later because maybe later isn't going to come, okay? Now, this person is kind of obsessively thinking. What are they obsessively thinking about? They definitely want to have a conversation. They could want to apologize to you around playing games and maybe breaking your heart. Now, you might not be the only one, my little Pisces love bug, whose heart got broke, okay? There might be 8 people who got attached to this person and they left them high and dry. They disappeared. They ghosted. This person, okay, that was weird. This person could have been bad about getting people attached to them and them becoming very, trying to figure out the word I'm looking for. They could have been bad about getting people attached to them and them becoming kind of elusive. Them being very aloof is actually what I want to say. Them acting like, well, I don't know why you want to spend time with me. I mean, I know that we had a lot of fun and we were spending time together 3 times a week for 6 weeks, but instead of telling you that I don't want this, I'm just going to kind of start pushing you away. I'm going to go out with other people. That was this person's energy. So this person here coming up is going to obsessively replay what took place. They're going to obsessively look back at you, look back at what happened, look back at the situation, and it's going to kind of eat at their soul, because once where they were able to ignore it, deny it, not look at it, act like they were a prisoner when they weren't, that's no longer a possibility. I mean, here's an example. You can sit here all day and say, well, I can't because. But if you have someone who's not a yes person in your life, they're going to be able to debunk all of your excuses. Because at the end of the day, we can sometimes be our biggest downfall. We can sometimes want to protect ourselves when we're only protecting ourselves from a better future. So this person could be at a place where they're kind of, I don't know. I mean, I should really talk to so-and-so. I don't know if it's fixable though. I'm going to have to give an apology. But it might be easier to date others. But even when you date others, you know so-and-so is still on your mind. That's where this person's at. Now, right now, they're kind of unsure if they want to take action. They're 1 minute, they're like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then maybe 5 minutes later, they're like, nah, that's dumb. I shouldn't reach out to them. Someone's wishy-washy. Someone keeps flip-flopping. Now, I do see that when, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when you run into this person, when you talk to this person, when this finally starts unfolding, they're going to come in, and I see you being one of 2 ways. You're going to be very emotionally open, vulnerable, and understanding, but you're also going to have firm boundaries, and mama didn't raise no idiot, okay? It's a little bit of like, you can come in and tell me what's happening, what's going on, but that doesn't mean that I have to accept you or I have to meet up with you if I don't want to. That's where I see that you're at. I see that there is a possibility of you guys going out, maybe having a date or dating, reuniting in some sense, form, or fashion. That's what I'm seeing, okay? Some of you might get a little dissatisfied with what this person says to you. Some of you, their reasoning, like them coming in and saying, hey, listen, I just wanted to let you know I care about you and you mean something to me. Some of you might be like, I need more. I need more. Okay, I'm glad you cared about me, but how did you treat me like that then? Some of you are going to want to dig further. Yeah, I can still see you standing there. Is it too late? Because at one point you were not a part of this person's plan. Also, I see 1919. So for some of you, you might need to look up angel number 1919. What does this person want to happen? So for a lot of you, this person could want to build a commitment with you. What does this person want to happen? They want to balance something. They want to heal this. A lot of you, they want to pour into you how you once poured into them. Should you trust them? Should you trust now that this person's looking back, they're aging, they're recognizing that the way they're showing up in life isn't really fulfilling? Should you trust that this person's really changed and that something could be built? They're saying you should trust that something has crumbled. You should trust that a foundation that was once very comfortable for this person and almost beneficial is no longer that way. But you should also trust that if you feel something is missing, or that you can't see something, or that this is too confusing, trust that as well. That's what they're saying, is don't gaslight yourself and go, well, they say they changed, but I feel. Both of those are valid. It's valid for them to say that they changed. Maybe they have, but maybe they've not changed in the way that you need them to, or to the magnitude that you would want them to. That's when you need to also trust your intuition and say, listen, I want a new beginning, but we have to agree on what that new beginning looks like. Am I going to be outside howling at the moon and you inside trying to sleep? Because if so, you might hate me in 3 months when I'm outside howling at the moon and you're inside trying to sleep. So I do see that this will be a message of good news. I think you're going to be excited to hear that this person wants to give to you and they want to heal. I almost said heal you. They could want to heal you from the damage that they've done. But some of you, I'm going to be honest, you're going to be a little kind of pessimistic. Yeah. You're going to say it's going to be a slow and steady road. I've waited for this, but I've also moved on from this. Yeah. This person wants to take passionate action, but they're also along the edge of, but I'm really worried that you're not going to see me as a maker of my life. I want to take this action, but I also don't want you to see that as me being impulsive again. I'm doing it because I understand what I'm doing. I'm doing it because this is what I want. I'm doing this because this is what I want to heal. That's how this person's feeling. But then you could get an obsessive thoughts around, but I moved myself to a place of peace on my own. I don't know if I want to allow you to come in and maybe push me to rough waters again. I don't know if I believe we can get to peace together. That's kind of where you're going to be at when they come in. Now, I see them being anxious, and I see them being willing to really give this a go if you're willing. Learning lessons around choices. I want to wrap my arms around you. I want to hug you tight, and I never want to let you go. Ooh, okay. I will say this, you're a weak spot for this person. They might be an Asian player. You might be one of many, one of plenty. But there's something about you where this person's got a soft spot for you. This person, I will say this. I've noticed people who are players, they usually have a favorite, one or two favorites. And usually the ones that are their favorite, they're a lot more intimate with. They might hug them more. They might show up for them a little bit more. They won't fully commit or give everything because that sense of stability can seem scary. That being locked in can be overwhelming, almost suffocating. So with those kind of people, you tend to have to move gradually if that's something that you want, or you have to wait for them to have an aha moment where they're willing to do things differently. But I feel like for you, let's say if you were one of many, one of plenty, you had a soft spot in this person's heart. And I think that you knew that. I think for some of you, you were even able to see this person's conflictedness. So what do I mean by that? Have you ever dated someone and you could tell that they're trying not to get close to you, but then they're also fighting with themselves because they want to get close to you? But it's like, as a external party, you can recognize it. You could be like, okay, told me you loved me yesterday. Now all of a sudden, you don't know if you'll ever love someone again. You're giving me whiplash over here. That could have been this person's energy. They could have gotten very close to you, but then felt very conflicted because it could have made them want to take some sort of action that they were not comfortable with or they were scared of. So then they could have also pushed you away in the same breath and stayed in that player energy because it felt comfortable, because it felt soothing. I don't have to commit to anything long term. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody loves to go get in marriages and relationships and hell, get a dog. But if you look at someone and go, this might be the next 30 years of your life. We're talking about losing children, gaining children, losing parents, maybe gaining parents. Maybe you're adopted, you find your parents. We're talking about bankruptcy. We're talking about buying homes, homes getting flooded, hurricanes, tornadoes. When you start talking about living with someone for 20, 30, 40 years, not everyone really looks at it from that perspective, from the perspective of, this is the person I'm going to go to heaven and hell with. That can be overwhelming if you are a planner, if you are the kind of person where you take a step back and you look at it from a clear view. I commit to this dog, that's 12 years. That's 12 years of me maybe having to miss stuff I don't want to miss because I'm committed to the dog. That's also love though. And I think what's happening here is that love is changing this person. But I do think that it isn't an energy of you wanting to change them. I feel that they're changing because they want to, because they know that it's what's best for them and they feel bad for hurting you. But for some of you, it's a little bit of like, I don't know, Danielle. Is this too good to be true? Is the shoe going to drop in 5 years? Am I going to trust them for me to look back and go, shouldn't have trusted them. They didn't change. They have changed. You just have to decide whether or not they've changed enough for you guys to get to a place of peace together. One of the things you don't know, or one of the things that might be kept secret, is that they've been obsessively thinking about this. What happened, what took place, what they needed to change. That's what I'm saying. So you got an aging player looking back, wanting to come back your way, and you have to decide whether or not this person is your forever. All right, leaving it here. Have a blessed day.